Welcome to Escape to the Country. Today I'm in a part of the land that not only is a World Heritage Site, it's also home to this lot, a flock of over 1,000 mute swans, ideal neighbours for any country life. In today's show, we're helping a homesick couple swap their French Chateau for the creature comforts of the English countryside. We'll be touring a stunning selection of period houses that have more than their fair share to offer.
But all of this, Fred, is just crying out to be turned into a garden.
Oh, there's more than a garden.
One of our houses takes the concept of sharing to a new level.
That I've never seen before.
Do you know, I've never seen it before either.
Quite kinky, I think.
What do you think, Fred?
Not for me.
And there's a mystery house, a real historical treasure. But which one will seal the deal? Well, today I'm in Dorset, in the heart of the Jurassic Coast, and I've come down to the swannery at Abbotsbury. Now, swans have been living in this area as long as anybody can remember. 600 years ago, Benedictine monks used to farm them for the table, a sort of medieval posh-nosh, if you like. But of course, the good news is times have changed. Swans are now heavily protected, and the work here at the swannery is vital. Here they are, weighing them and tagging them, trying to understand how these beautiful creatures live their lives. And who can blame them wanting to do it here in Dorset? The southwest county of Dorset has been left largely untouched, from the majestic beauty of the Jurassic Coast to the rural valleys made famous by writer Thomas Hardy. Typical of the Dorset countryside is the Blackmore Vale, a wide valley of clay farmland and tucked-away villages. As far as the county's historic houses go, Sherborne Castle is perhaps one of the most impressive. Built by the courtier and explorer Sir Walter Raleigh in 1594. And to top it off, Dorset is noted for its mild climate, so when you consider it all, you can see why today's property hunters have chosen this county as the place to find their next dream home. Now, if you fancied escaping to the country back in the medieval period, you wouldn't have bought your house. You'd have built it, something not unlike the little cottage behind me. But these days, of course, property does come at a price. And in Dorset, your average detached will set you back around about £344,000. That's a staggering 30% above the national average. So let's hope that today's buyers have got nice deep pockets. Today's property seekers are Rosemary and Fred, who live in their 16th century chateau in Fougerolles in the south of France. Fred has led a busy working life as a company chairman, and even though he's retired, both he and Rosemary have been hard at work restoring a once run-down chateau to its former glory. With 7 bedrooms, 7 en-suites, 2 swimming pools and 25 acres, it's certainly kept them busy, but culturally it's been quite a challenge.
Well, we came to France about 2.5 years ago, and we thought the language would be a challenge, but it's proved to be much more of a challenge than what we thought. And we thought we wanted peace and quiet, but it's been a bit too quiet because we haven't been able to communicate as much as we would like.
There's also another quirk of French life that Rosemary and Fred just can't get used to.
And the fact that the shops don't open through the day from 12 o'clock to 2:30, and they shut tight at 7 o'clock in the evening.
Yes, if you run out of anything.
Oh, yes, yes. Supermarkets that stay open through the night. Yes.
Not that we're shopaholics or anything.
So life across the channel is not for Fred and Rosemary, but I get the feeling that they're never happier than when they're on the move.
When it comes to property, we have always been in agreement, say 16 times we've purchased houses. We've managed to live together for 40 years, and we've never had a disagreement over our houses up to this date.
16 moves is quite a feat and has been largely down to Fred's career. But having retired, they have the luxury of settling down. So what are they looking for in their new home?
Well, we would need to have 5 bedrooms, and preferably with 5 en-suites, 3 reception rooms, a large kitchen.
Maybe a swimming pool is an extra bonus.
Oh, that's the icing on the cake.
As far as outside space goes, Fred is after something more manageable.
With this property, we have got 25 acres of land, and that's a lot of land to manage and to look after, to maintain. And preferably the next property would have somewhere between 3 and 5 acres.
Rosemary and Fred are already dreaming of a Dorset cream tea and are itching to get started on the move. So we've invited round a local estate agent to value the chateau.
This is a fabulous property, renovated by the current owners to an exceptionally high standard. A great property, and I think it's going to sell very well. I would recommend putting this on the market for 2.53 million stone.
With 16 properties under their belt, how much do they have to spend on property number 17?
If we find a house, a property that meets all our requirements and really excites us, we would be prepared to pay £1.6 million.
There's certainly no doubt we've got one of the biggest budgets we've ever had on Escape to the Country, but what exactly do they want for it? Well, I suppose it goes without saying, a nice big spacious country house, 5 bedrooms, preferably all of them en suite, and no less than 3 acres of land to keep Fred happy. Well, they've certainly got the money, and I do believe Dorset has got the houses. Rosemary and Fred are looking for a traditionally English rural location, so we are focusing our search in North Dorset, close to the historic Georgian town of Blandford Forum, and within a 30-minute drive of the coast. In today's show, I'll be showing Fred and Rosemary 3 stunning properties, but I'll only reveal the price after each viewing. And the last of the 3 on our tour is the Mystery House, which is a real showstopper and in a league all of its own.
Well, Fred, Rosemary, welcome here to Dorset.
Thank you.
Now, you have got a fantastic budget, it has to be said. Well over £1 million. Exactly how much are we talking about?
Well, up to 1.6.
Up to 1.6, which means clearly we have got some fantastic properties to show you.
Something special.
They're all special, as you would expect for that sort of money. But I have a concern. My concern is this. You are serial house movers, aren't you? How many times have you moved so far in your lives?
I think this will be number 17.
Yes, because the longest we've lived anywhere is about 9 years, isn't it?
Oh, as long as that.
I think so.
That's wonderful.
Now, is this going to be the final move, do you think?
No.
Every move's the final move.
Well, I love your candour and I love your good humour. Great budget, great location. I love Dorset. There's an awful lot to see. Who knows, maybe we'll find you the place you'll stay in forever.
Wouldn't that be good?
Well, we stay for a while.
Come on.
I've got a feeling we're going to have our work cut out. Finding something as stunning as their French Chateau is going to be a tall order. Rosemary and Fred have a very healthy budget of £1.6 million, but they are expecting to get their money's worth. They're after a period property with 5 bedrooms, all with en suites. At least 3 reception rooms, a large kitchen diner with a cooking range, 3 acres of land, and ideally a house that has already been refurbished so Rosemary and Fred can make the most of their retirement.
What's the most important thing you think that you've missed living outside of the UK that you're hoping to find when you come back?
For me, I think it's being able just to decide, let's go to the cinema or let's go to the theatre. Really down to the language problem again.
Well, you're really saying you miss the English language?
The English language.
Our first property is on the outskirts of the town of Gillingham, 30 minutes north of Blandford Forum. The town has a long history that dates back to Saxon times. And there are plenty of opportunities for Rosemary and Fred to meet the locals, as the town is well supplied with amenities including a pub, post office and ironmongers. The property is 2 miles from the centre and sits back off its own private gravel driveway.
Out you come. Now then, Rosemary. What do we all think of that?
What do I think of it? Looks like a good, big, substantial house.
I mean, in some respects, it's very typical of a late Victorian farmhouse for this part of the world. It has had a lot of work done to it recently. Some of it's still kind of in progress. But first of all, let's go in and see what you think of it.
Okay.
Right, guys.
That's a nice floor.
Nice, isn't it?
Yep.
Original, Victorian.
Yeah, it looks good.
But let's start in here. I mean, I think this really does give you a sense of the sort of proportions that you get in these kind of properties.
I like the high ceiling, and I like the bay window, and also the
And
doors
the door
opening
to
out.
the garden, yes, quite nice.
I suppose in some ways there's something quite neutral about this property in a way, because it has just a lot of it being done.
Yes.
So it's not cluttered with so much stuff. So
But
you
the
can get...
decor doesn't bother me. We can always do that.
Yeah.
That's not, let's say, fabric of the building.
The fabric of the building, right, and of course its space, because that's going to have a huge bearing.
Yeah.
Proportions and how solid it all is.
But let's continue. This is just but one part.
Across the entrance hall is an identical-sized reception, again with a large bay window. Along the hallway is a small study for Fred. Next to this is a cosy snug with a wood burner, perfect for Rosemary's dogs to curl up in front of. And the final reception is the formal dining room.
Oh, this is a good size.
Yeah.
It's a surprise, yes.
It's very different in that it hasn't got a bay, but it has still got those lovely windows and the shutters.
It's perfectly adequate as a dining room.
Yeah, it's a good sized dining
I
room.
mean, it would take a sideboard here and...
The other great thing about this dining room is that it's right next door to the kitchen. Come and have a look at this.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah?
Good
Now,
sized
that's
kitchen.
nice.
I thought you'd like it. Underfloor heating underneath this travertine floor.
It's good, it's good.
I think it's rather sweet. Come and have a wander through.
And it's quite bright, isn't it?
Well, it's very bright. You've got loads of
Yeah.
windows, loads of doors. The main cooking end of things is obviously here. You've got that huge, great big double gas range cooker, central island. Now through here we've also got a utility room for all your white goods and bits and pieces, dogs, etc. in there potentially,
Yes, good.
and a great big walk-in pantry. What do you think of that?
That's good, I like that.
Yeah. But this, I think this is
No,
terrific.
it's a very nice kitchen.
Everything's hand built as you would
Yes.
probably expect. Downstairs, reasonably happy with?
Yes, yes.
It is more interesting as we have moved through.
Yeah, you see, there is method in the madness, the way we show
You
these
know
things
what
to
you're doing.
They're not giving much away, but after a lukewarm start, I think the kitchen has definitely impressed them. And hopefully they'll be equally impressed with the ideas I have upstairs.
Now, this is one of the 6 bedrooms that this property provides you with. Loads of light. But here's the thing. This is en suite,
Yes.
and it's through there. And I'm imagining that this collection of rooms we're about to explore could be the kind of master wing of this property. Because I'd imagine you're using this possibly as a dressing room. Mm-hmm. Because the bathroom's through here.
All right.
Come and have a look. Now this is the bathroom that joins
This is a good size.
what would be the dressing room to the master bedroom, which we'll see in a minute.
Ah, right, I see where you're going.
So it's very much kind of his and hers arrangement.
Yes. I thought I was just saying double.
2 showers.
That I've never seen before.
Do you know, I've never seen it before either.
Quite kinky, I think.
What do you think, Fred?
Not for me.
I thought your eyes would light up then. Come and have a look at the master bedroom. That's right through here. So this is technically the bedroom, I'm thinking, of the master suite. Come in, Fred. Come right round.
Good, it's good, it's big. Very big bed, takes up a lot of space, so it's...
Yeah, but there's a lot of space left over.
Yes,
Which
Yes,
is
absolutely, yes.
loads of light coming in, and nice and quiet. Would this work as a master?
yes.
It would.
Oh yeah,
It
plenty
would.
big, plenty
Yes.
Right. Well, there's plenty more. Come and have a look. So we've got a third double in there. That's not en suite. Okay. Now, the bathrooms have had a lot of attention in this house, as you can probably tell. This is the family bathroom. Go and
This is nice.
have a look at that.
Yes.
Oh, I'm disappointed, it's just a single shower.
But that's lovely, the roll-top bath, very much in keeping with the sort of sense of period that this house
Yes.
has.
It's a very comfortable, good size, isn't it?
Good. All right, well, look, come on, let's keep going.
Along the hallway there are another 3 bedrooms, making 6 in total, all of which are good-sized rooms with polished wooden floors, and 2 of them have en suites. Inside, this house certainly has all the bedrooms Rosemary is after,